Alright y'all, so in this video we're going to try and replace the cabin filter. You can't see anything much here, but I had a little bit of a water leak, and I have that really strong smell when a cabin filter is bad. So let's get into it. Okay, so you gotta remove the light. Like so. Okay, this comes down. It's a little dirty. Now I gotta remove that sort of crossover pipe there, which is clipped in, and that will give me access to the cabin filter. Okay. So that clip is kind of holding it in place. Let's get the rest of it. Okay, so the duct is out now. You can see the air temperature sensor here. I'm just going to leave it because there's a lot of slack here. You can kind of see the cabin filter is like kind of falling apart here. Okay, so I'm going to pull that thing out and replace it. There's the old one. I think that looks pretty bad. So let's replace it. Here's a new one. And this one's nice because it gives you some step-by-step directions. We are basically at this point here. And yeah, it's going to get it swapped in and button it back up. Just one sort of quick thing to note here. I need to double check that this is the right direction for airflow. Seems correct to me, but the one that I pulled out, I don't know if you guys noticed, but it was all smushed up and just junk. And I think previous owner may have installed it sideways, so not long ways the way it is fitting now very perfectly. So I'm going to go ahead and just put it back together and compare with the other one. So yeah, I have the filter in the right direction. Based on our diagram here. And here's a little cover clip with a little bit of HVAC or foam covering just to kind of keep it all sealed. So it's a pretty tight fit down there, but it shows you pretty clearly how to hook it to the plastic latch and then clip it into place. So let's do that. Okay, so the plastic guide is back in. Now I'm just gonna run that cross pipe vent back up into its port here, and then hit the clip in the bottom. That was where it was connected to, which is kind of down here. Right, the C-clip, and put the little map light back in, footwell light, and we're done. Okay, here's a little click. Back in business. One last thing here. This tool was very useful. Torx Bit, combo tool. T15 is what looks like it worked, and I'll confirm that and leave a link in the description. But in my case, I'm missing one of the 3 bolts. There's 1, 2, and the middle one. I was missing a corner one, so I just did the sides, and the middle stays in pretty well, so not a big deal. Yeah, I'm just still kind of blown away with the direction in which that air filter was installed, cabin air filter. So keep that in mind. Everything goes in the same direction it comes out. Very simple and very straightforward. Alright, y'all, so there you have it. The new cabin filter is installed now. Just real quick, I wanted to point out something. If you look at this thing, it's pretty bad, right? It's dirty, it's smushed, everything is kind of, squished here. And the reason that happened is because if you look here, it's supposed to be installed horizontally. So previous owner or shop or whoever dealt with the car definitely just shoved this thing up in there vertically and locked it all up and called it a day. So yeah, it's pretty crappy, but it's supposed to be this way, with the airflow arrow and all that when it goes inserted into the cabin filter housing. So I'm glad to have found that and got that installed in the right direction. And yeah, shout out to Hank's really nice little guide here. Makes it very easy to install. Alright guys, I want to show you one more quick thing. If you look way past the wire that's crossed over for the O2 sensor, way in the back there, I wish I could get a really good angle on it. There's a flap, yeah, right there on the wall, on the firewall. And basically, if that thing gets trapped with dirt and debris, which obviously it can over time, that will also cause a little bit of a water leak when you go to a car wash or similar, rain, anything like that. So it just has a little flap, and you can basically lift it up, put something skinny in there like a straw brush cleaner or something like that, and just dig it out a little bit. I got a little bit of crud when I cleaned it out in mine, so there was definitely a little bit of blockage there, and that was what was causing some of that water leak you saw in the beginning of the video. Alright, so just a quick tip there. Make sure to clean that flap out because it will help, and you won't, it's all kind of connected to that system down there with the air duct and the cabin filter. Alright. Another area you might experience any sort of leaks inside the car after a car wash or even heavy rain. For the Touareg, it's also known that the roof rack rail seams, these seams underneath here, the seals are probably bad. Could be a potential area. This one on the driver's side to me seems really solid. I can't imagine the seal underneath this is any bad. But if we get to the other side here, you'll see this one has a little bit of more room, so it's a little bit more raised. So it makes me feel like even if I kind of grab on it like this, it seems a tiny bit loose. Maybe it's just enough to allow water in. I'll test it more. In my couple years of ownership with this car, I haven't experienced any sort of leaks, so it was a little scary when you know, that car wash results in a little bit of water down there. But like I just mentioned, that flap inside the firewall, if it's backed up with junk and, you know, it's fall out here in Georgia, you know, crud can get stuck up in there and then not allow the water to exit properly. So anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like what you see, please like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for some upcoming giveaways. All right, y'all, have a great day. Peace.